Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Hussein Mulia.
My name is Zagar Kaputra.
Okay, and welcome back to Campus Talk, the podcast where we dive into real issue happening in university life. I'm your host, and today we're talking about a topic that many campus still struggle with: student smoking in the campus environment. Why it happens, how it affects others, and what we can do about it. To help us explore this issue, we have a special guest today. Thank you for Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you for having me. I'm really looking forward to this conversation because it's a topic that affects not only smoker but the entire campus community.
Okay. Okay. Let's start with the big question. Why do students smoke, especially on campus?
Okay, there are actually several reasons. First, academic stress. Students deal with deadlines, pressure to perform, and long study hour. Some feel smoking helps them relax even though the relief is temporary. Second, their social influence. Many students start smoking because their friends do it. They want to fit in or they curious and that curiosity becomes a habit. Third, some students simply see smoking as a break, a moment to escape from everything for a few minutes.
Okay, that's good point. If also notice that smoking area becomes social hubs. People gather talk, share stories. It's like an informant club.
Exactly. It's less about nicotine and more about having a place where they feel connected.
Okay. 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 Let's talk about the impact. How does student smoking affect the rest of the campus?
Well, the most obvious impact secondhand smoke, which can cause discomfort and health issue for non-smoker. Then there's the issue of cleanliness. Many campus struggle with cigarette butts, skirts around workboys, burns, and toilet. It affect it affect the campus atmosphere, but physically and psychology. A campus that looks clean and healthy prompts better behavior. A campus filled with smoke and filter send the opposite message.
Okay, exactly. And for new student or visitor, it can create a bad first impression of the university. Okay, most campus already have no smoking scene, but they don't always work. Why is that?
Because science alone don't change behavior. Students walk past them every day without thinking. Campus need clear structure and enforce policy. For example, smoke-free zones around classroom, and then design smoking area located from crowded spots,
Okay.
and then staff trained to approach violators respectfully, and then consistent reminders through poster announcements and orientation programs. Without enforcement, rules are just decoration.
Okay. And sometimes students feel the rules are too strict or unrealistic.
Exactly. That's why having designed smoking area is important. If smokers have a proper place, they're less likely to smoke in random spot.
Okay. Okay, next.
Next.
Now a lot of people think the solution is to punish students, fine them, threaten them, but does that really work?
Not efficiently. When you punish students, they don't stop smoking. They just hide. Campus should focus on education like healthy seminars, awareness campaigns, infoboards about the real risk of smoking, and then story from students who successfully quit for point.
Okay. Sip. We should also remember something important. Quitting isn't easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Many students want to quit but don't know how. Campus can help by providing. I have 4 points.
Okay.
Number one, free or low cost counseling. Number
Okay.
two, free support groups. Number three, access to nicotine replacement therapy.
Okay.
Number four, hotline and apps that guide students through the quitting process.
Okay.
When students feel the campus is helping, but judge they more motivated to try quitting.
Let's talk more about the stress factor. A lot of students smoke because they feel overwhelmed. How can campus help reduce that?
Campus can promote stress relief programs such as yoga or meditation session, outdoor activities and sport, time management workshop, counseling for academic anxiety, and then quit relation space. If students have healthier outlets, they won't really on scared as a coping mechanism.
Okay. That's crucial point. Sometimes smoking is just a symptom of deeper problem.
Exactly. If we solve the root cause like stress, we reduce smoking naturally.
Okay, next. Student group also play a major role, right?
Definitely, peer influence is incredibly strong. If student council, health clubs, or community organizations start campaigns, students are more likely to listen. Peer lead activities such as smoke-free challenge, testimonial video, campus clean up event, and then creative social media campaigns. These approaches are far more effective than top-down rules from administration.
Okay, it's like student empowering fellow student.
Exactly. When advice comes from someone you own age, it feels more real.
So ultimately, what's the bigger goal?
The goal is a build healthy campus culture, and then a place where students value their well-being and support each other, not just for now but for the long term.
And that takes consistency and teamwork.
Yes, administration, student, faculty, health worker, everyone needs to be included. If one group try hard but the others don't, nothing changes. It requires a set community.
This has been a really insightful conversation. We've talked about why students smoke, how it affects the campus, and what step university can take to address it, from police and education to support system and cultural change.
Okay, thank you for having me. I hope today's discussion encourages campus to adopt a more supportive, holistic approach and instead of focusing only on rules. We should focus on people.
Okay, we'll side and thank you to all your listeners for tuning into Campus Talk. Remember, a healthy campus starts with awareness, empathy, and collective effort. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and take care of your campus community.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.